Hi, everybody. This is Big Ringer. Do I need a financial plan? That is the question. Big Wealth Management here. So glad you're here today. I'm going to share with you some ideas. I go all over the country talking with successful individuals. They make a lot of money, but they don't have a lot of time. And what do they want? They just want me to provide some perspective, help them live the best life. Reasons that you need a financial plan. Do you really need a financial plan? There are two common ways to think about retirement. Door number one, money outlives you. You do whatever you want. You live your dreams and goals. You have plenty of money, and your money flows like a river onto your beneficiary and heirs. Or door number two, you outlive your money, which means you don't have enough money to live off of, or eventually you run out of money to pay your bills. You got to move with the kids. It's death of the dream. You do not want to walk through door number two. So let's talk about a few other factors. The key thing, whether or not you're going to have a life of dignity and independence, is whether or not you have a plan. If you do not have a plan, you're basically planning to fail. You got to know where you're going. You got to know how much financial assets you need in order to get you there. Now, with a financial plan, there's no guarantee that your money's going to outlive you, but at least you got a great shot. So when you have a plan in place, at least you know how much money you need. When you have a financial plan, at least you have a shot at making sure your money outlives you. Now, as we've talked about in other videos, a common mistake that a lot of retirees make is that they think that the main risk is losing their money. It's not. It's loss of purchasing power. And many people confuse permanent loss and temporary fluctuation. Now, when the market temporarily goes down, you lose when you sell. So keep in mind, the main thing that we need to overcome over a 20 to 30 year retirement is loss of purchasing power. Let me share with you how we can do that. One way I can tell you that you are likely not going to be able to have a life of dignity and independence and doing what you want is that of a fixed income portfolio. With a fixed income portfolio of bonds and rising living costs at the same time, as you know, inflation, or the cost of living, is on average about 3% a year. And recently we've seen that to be a lot more with interest rates and what bonds are paying. You're barely even making more than inflation or the cost of living. So that is why you're not going to be able to overcome the rising costs of living over time. Make sure that you're able to keep up and have the purchasing power you need in order to have a successful retirement. Now, the companies of the world and the rising dividends, earnings, and stock values, I know this is counterintuitive to what a lot of folks have been taught over the years, but you need to think that safety is not avoiding short-term volatility, but it's actually embracing it with the consistent growth of the ever-increasing profits, earnings, and dividends of the great businesses of the world that rise at such a faster rate than that of their bonds. Now, if you're in accumulation mode, still working, I can sit down with you, help you figure out the plan. I've been doing this. I've been doing many financial plans over the years as a certified financial planner representative. My 25 years of helping out good folks that are still working, saving for retirement, or in accumulation mode will sit down, craft a financial plan. We could decide how much you really need to set aside every year to live the life you want through a 20, 30-year retirement. Now, if you're currently retired, we can sit down, take a look at your current plan, what your current investments are. We can do a deep dive analysis. And my goal is that you will walk away with a full financial plan, a full investment analysis, pursuing your dreams and goals, living the life you want, and there's simply no cost or obligation. Complimentary. Now, reach out to bigwealth.com. That's 2 G's, bigwealth.com. I can take a look at your investments, how we can potentially improve on what you currently have. So you really have a good, thorough knowledge of the vehicles that you have to help you have the best life possible. Bigwealth.com, 2 G's, bigwealth.com. Keep having fun. Now listen, guys, these are simply opinions voiced in this material are for general information purposes only, not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. Investing involves risk, and no strategy assures success or protects against loss. Past performance does not guarantee future results.